Hi everyone, and welcome back to the show. We are here today with our Friday review, episode 1715, where we are going to be debuting a first, an original here today on the show. My team finally gave me the go-ahead to say, yes, release it, tell people about it. We are now ready. So I couldn't be more excited to debut and share that new information with you today and how it's hopefully going to bring all of us, all of our health-based community to that next level. Couldn't be more excited. We're going to start with that in just a moment, but I will be sharing with you an Audible exclusive, a brand new audiobook that I want you to check out from one of our favorite health community-based members. I'm going to bring you two new research studies, one on multivitamins for all those people out there who say, you know, there's no truth in supplements, whatever it might be. Well, one more fact to share with them. Also, I've got a great study too. So many women in our community are either friends with women who are pregnant, looking to get pregnant, have families, grandmothers that have granddaughters, like all these different things we want to be able to teach. And so there'll be a little bit of research there as well. And then I'm bringing you today, without a doubt, for the last 2 years, my favorite EMF blocking phone cases, iPad cases, now antimicrobial cases as well. So people looking and really on the watch for antimicrobial cases, I will bring you that today as well. Okay, but first things first, I want to bring you some big news. Equilibrium Nutrition is no more, but it is now something bigger, better, and even more exciting. We are debuting a brand new company that Equilibrium Nutrition has now morphed into called Equi.Life. Equi.Life is something that I've been working on now for the past 4 to 5 years. It is what I hoped that Equilibrium Nutrition would one day become. And now that one day is here. So sometimes, and I know that I'm not the most patient person in the world, but sometimes all of the waiting, all of the planning, and the amazing team we've been able to put together absolutely becomes worth it. And so I'm excited to share with you a little bit about what this new company is all about. So for me, health is about education. It is about constantly learning, and it is then about sharing that information with others. If I have really one wish for what I do, it's that I will always be able to teach. That's the thing that I care most about. It's why I created IHP, and it's why we now have created our Equi.Life-based company. And in the future, I'll be teaching you and talking with you too about brand new results accelerators. So my goal is to simply teach. I think that's the point where I'm at right now in my mission. And that is because I worked for so many years one-on-one, and it's not like I'll ever stop that. But what I do now is I oversee thousands of labs every single month through Equilibrium Nutrition. And what we've done now is we created a whole content division to Equilibrium Nutrition, which again is no more. It is now Equi.Life. Will you get the same great nutritional supplement formulas? Yes. Will you get the same great labs that we partnered with for the past 4 or 5 years? The question is absolutely yes, or I should say the answer is yes. None of that has changed. The same formulas, the same protocols, the same labs under a different name now called Equi.Life. Because Equi.Life now, we're removing the nutrition and we are sharing with people how to live a life of equilibrium, how to achieve equilibrium that we are calling Equi.Life. It is something that, again, I've been now wanting to bring to you for years. We have the team that's able to produce that content. We now have over a dozen videos sharing with you this new philosophy. And it's really a philosophy come to life. We're going to be creating downloadable reports for you. And we already have them on the immune system. We have them a detox course. We have our fat velocity course, but there's going to be so much more. So this is just the beginning, but what I want you to understand is that this is not just about nutritional supplements, what I believe to be the best in the world, quality tested, dosage tested, backed by nutritional science, right? Biochemistry. But we also have the labs, and these are all CLIA or CLIA certified labs. We make sure that we give you the individualized markers you're looking for. But I want it to be now so much more. So it's about the teaching, it's about the content, it's about the sharing, and there will be so much to come. So what I'm asking you right now is simply to immerse yourself into a knowledge base that will allow you to learn whatever it is that ails you. There is an underlying root cause. There is an imbalance that's caused by toxins or it is caused by deficiencies. We're going to teach you. It is our goal, it is our promise to be able to share with you exactly how to get well. And so again, I couldn't be more excited. This is just the beginning, but you'll be able to check it out all now at Equi.Life. So we even have this brand new URL, which I think is pretty cutting edge too. It's EQUI.LIFE. So much more to come. We have an amazing ambassador team with now close to 1,000 different ambassadors, all spreading the message throughout the globe. Literally, more than 10% of all the people in our community, probably more like 15, 20%, are from overseas, all around the world. So this is our mission. It's about global health. The very first company to be able to ship at-home functional medicine labs anywhere in the world. And the very first company to break new ground with creating online-based protocols for, again, anybody and practitioners all around the world. We have so much more to come, but this now allows us the platform to be able to do that. So stay tuned. There'll be a digital newsletter coming soon. There'll be Equi.Life TV. There's going to be, again, so many different projects in the works. I just want you to know that Equilibrium Nutrition has now morphed into Equi.Life. More opportunity. Hopefully we'll be able to serve you in an even greater way. Same formulas, nothing has changed, no ingredients have changed, none of that. And same labs, none of that has changed. The name has changed, what is just simply enabling us now to serve you in a much greater way. So I hope that you will join in our excitement. I am really excited about this. Again, there's so much more to come. This October is the Next Level Learning Month, which means all education. We're going to be providing you with what we're calling the Dr. Cabral Masterclasses. Every single month, 1 to 2 masterclasses are released on thyroid healing, autoimmune healing, female hormone balance, boosting testosterone for men naturally, looking at blood pressure issues, cholesterol issues, Alzheimer's, dementia-based issues. All of these things we'll be releasing as masterclasses, completely free. And then we will have the accelerators, the courses to actually take you through the action steps in order to be able to rebalance your body. All of that is coming very, very soon. So again, I thank you. The whole thing of this, part of my excitement is now we're at a point where we have 10,000 plus people in our Facebook group, I believe. We have close to 1 million downloads a month of the Cabral concept. And I really feel like we're supposed to be. We've got 2,000 plus IHPs all spreading our mission all around the world. And I just couldn't be happier. Like this is what it's meant to be. Sharing, teaching, learning, teaching, sharing. That's what it's all about. So again, once again, thank you. Head over to Equi.Life right now. That is our brand new URL. If you go to equilibriumnutrition.com, yes, you'll be sent there. But the new company is Equi.Life. Please join in, check it out. And for right now, during our new, we'll call it grand brand reopening, you can head over to Equi.Life right now for some pretty amazing offers. This is basically our way of saying thank you. Thank you for the support over the past 4 years when really in 2016, all we started out with was the detox, right? The Dr. Cabral detox, that was the foundation, and then being able to maintain your results with a daily nutritional support. Well, 100 plus products later, we've come a long way. And again, all thanks to you. So I appreciate your support. It means the world to me. And we'll see you over at Equi.Life with so many debuts happening over the month. End of the month, you'll see new product pages. You'll see new videos by me talking about each product, how to use it, the specific dosages. So again, just really teaching you how to implement a healthy lifestyle, and no, not just with nutritional supplements, but with diet, exercise, stress reduction, toxin removal, rest, sleep protocols, emotional balance, and success mindset. That's what it's all about. So thank you so much. More to come. Okay. Now that I got that out of the way, I can share with you the rest of our Friday review, and that is first going over the Safe Shield products that I've been using now for 2 years with my own personal iPhone, which of course is on my desk across from me that I'm not going to grab. But basically, my iPhone is locked inside of this case, which actually I will share it with you right now. I'll grab that for you. All right, so Safe Shield is something I've been using now for 2+ years. I've been using it every single day on my iPhone. It's easy to use. And what you'll see right here, if you're watching this on video, if you're listening to in the car on a podcast, that works too, is my phone. And I have the iPhone 11 Pro right now. I'm definitely a tech-based geek. What it does, it basically just locks in this phone with a normal thin case that you would see anywhere else, except that it's able to block Wi-Fi and radiation to a much greater degree. So if I put this in my pocket, I use the case side facing, and I always put it in my back pocket, especially as a male. You want to keep it in your back pocket, your phone. So I keep this in my back pocket facing the back. And to be honest, if I'm keeping it there for a while, what this phone does is it has a magnetic back to this case that you're not going to necessarily feel. And you put it inside of a folding case as well. So it locks right in. You can see that right here. And what it does is you can actually fold it down to be able to watch videos on it. And you can clasp it, and now it is completely Wi-Fi sealed. And yes, I've used my EMF meter and tested these myself. So this is an amazing little gadget. Again, very thin, very light, and I really believe every iPhone or every phone, because this is used for the Samsung and other phones, they make different models and different sizes, but this will help to protect you against unneeded EMFs, which we know damage our DNA and, of course, our children's DNA, which leads me to the next case that I use. Probably if you've been watching the house calls on the weekends, you see me with my iPad right here. And this case, though, is also exactly what I use for my daughters. So my daughters have iPads. Both of them have an iPad mini. One is a million years old from when I first had an iPad mini and used it on trips, all of that. They get to use their iPad mini when we go on long car rides or if we go on plane flights or whatever it might be. And so that's the time that they get to use it. And of course, they thoroughly enjoy that. But the reason why we want it in a case is because in the car, if they have this on their lap, well, this case actually sets up like a little tri-fold case. So again, think of this as a big iPhone case that looks like almost like a book cover that goes over it, if you're listening at home. And then you can actually set it up and you can just place this right on your lap, and that blocks the EMFs and radiation from going into, obviously, their small, delicate bodies. So huge fan of this. It protects it when you put it in your bag, and it also protects your body from those specific EMFs. Okay. Now, and one of the reasons why, because I've talked about this before, you see it in the house calls. So these are my two cases. This is what I use all the time. Two more things that you don't know about that I haven't shared with you before. First is their new anti-radiation 4-in-1 cell phone case. You can see this is brand new. So I'm going to pull this out and show it to you exactly what it is. It's a radiation shield. It's an RFID blocking wallet, so it prevents credit card identity theft by holding credit cards in the built-in RFID blocking wallet. It's a protective case, so certified military-grade drop protection, and it's a built-in adjustable stand, just like their other products as well. So I'm pulling this out right now. Again, all of their products are quite nicely designed and built. You'll see that this one has a little wrist-holding strap should you need it, and it allows you to put your credit cards on one side or folded cash, and then you pop your cell phone right into the left. You close it up with a little magnetic snap, and that's it. And you can actually use your camera, use your headphone, and charging without ever taking it out of the case. So this is antimicrobial. You're not going to basically picking up germs. Like let's say you touch something with germs, you touch your case, well, that case is not going to pick up those specific germs. So pretty nice, right? In this day and age where we're always worried about our health and our immunity, all of those things, these cases help with that. And plus, most people are going to buy a case anyways, so you might as well buy one that blocks EMFs and radiation. The last thing I wanted to show you was this. I think this is pretty amazing. I ended up purchasing this like a year or so ago. It's probably been longer than that because time flies, as they say. But this thing you just put on your desk. For those, again, listening on audio, it is just a little stand. It sits about 5 inches high. It has a pretty heavy base, and then it has an adjustable magnetic circle that your radiation case snaps to. That's all it is. It's magnetic, and it basically pops right on. You can probably hear it on audio. That's it. It pops on, and you can actually tilt it however you'd like in order for you to be able to view your phone. So I definitely have... it's not a bad habit, I would say, but during my lunch breaks, when I'm eating my food, if I'm at my desk, if I'm in my office, usually what I do is I like to go for a walk and then I have my lunch and I'll go to grab a lunch, especially pre-pandemic. I used to always walk to one of my favorite plant-based lunch spots, grab my lunch, and of course, if it's beautiful weather, I eat outside, and if not, I'll take it back to my office because I like to eat in peace and quiet. And so I'll put on one of my guilty pleasure YouTube video channels, whether it's comedy, whether it's a podcast, whatever it might be. And this allows it to actually just sit there on my desk and I can look at it. Plus, I use this for speakerphone calls. I never put my cell phone to my head because of the radiation-based exposure, and this allows for just that. So really great stuff, again, they have over there. Obviously, I'm sold on the SafeSleeve company. And hey, the bottom line is they produce great products, so I'm going to keep promoting them as long as they do. All right, that is that for my product review of the week. Simply head over to stephencabral.com, 1715, and oftentimes these companies that I am a believer in give us coupon codes for our community. So if there is one, usually it's time sensitive, but if there is one, check it out at stephencabral.com/1715 for all of today's show notes, research, and links. All right, next thing I wanted to bring you is our friend and my friend Melissa Ambrosini's new book as an audiobook only. It's an Audible exclusive. So you can purchase it even if you're not an Audible member. But if you are an Audible member, well, then I think there's a bigger discounted price as well. So it's called Purposeful by Melissa Ambrosini. Here's why this is a really great book. So many of us are kind of rethinking our lives right now, rethinking what it is that we want, rethinking what happiness is, really rethinking what we may want our careers to be. So Melissa wrote a book on, and this is the publisher's description of this, then I'll give you my description. But the publisher wrote this: figure out your purpose, ditch the fear, and start living a purposeful life with this powerful 10-step series from best-selling author Melissa Ambrosini. If you're feeling lost, if happiness often feels out of your reach, if you sometimes wake up and wonder what's the point, and if you don't know what you want to do or something meaningful in your life, but don't know quite how to get there or how to start, then you, my friend, are in the right place. Purposeful is the manual to help you create your dream life from the ground up so that you can infuse meaning and purpose into everything you do, rediscover your joy, and turf fear out of the driver's seat, even if it's been holding the wheel for years. The 10-step framework will walk you through the exact steps you need to work out why you're here on this earth, what's been keeping you stuck, and how to make your innate purpose your daily reality. Packed with stories, inspiration, and practical strategies, it's not just a vision for what your life could be, it's a roadmap for how to get there. So Melissa does, absolutely amazing work. You may have heard me on her podcast before. You've heard her on my podcast before on Conversations with Cabral, one of our very first Conversations with Cabral. I had Melissa on. She's the author of Mean Girls. She's the author of a bunch of other best-selling books as well. And this one is nice because you can have Melissa in your ear taking you through these 10 steps. And if you like podcasts, if you like listening to audiobooks, this is absolutely one to check out. And I will definitely link it up today at stephencabral.com/1715 with any bonuses that are included. So check it out. Great book. Love being able to bring you some of my favorites. Next up, we have 2 research studies every single Friday review, bringing you research, again, each and every week. I want to make sure that these are studies you know about. Again, if you've been listening to the Cabral concept from the beginning, meaning the beginning of this whole pandemic, you knew before anybody else what works to beat back viruses. I told you that from the beginning. I'm on record. I'm not removing any of those shows ever. The FDA did make me take down my page, which gave you all the protocols in depth. Because why? Well, there's a few conspiracies around that, but why not let people choose themselves? I don't know, but the bottom line is we know how to boost the immune system. And now one more study shows us this. So let's check it out. This is important because this is on multivitamins. Not everybody believes in a multivitamin. Not everybody believes in the daily nutritional support. But the truth is, if you study functional medicine and orthomolecular medicine, which is the study of vitamins and minerals, you will understand why they're so important. You will understand that the body actually cannot function without vitamins and minerals, right? Amino acids, all of these essential fatty acids. That's how the body runs. So it doesn't even make sense when people say that, good quality functional medicines, supplements don't work. Like, it doesn't make sense because it's what the body runs off of. Well, here's one more study to feel free to share with friends that are non-believers, or not. You can just keep it to yourself and just reinforce all the great things you're already doing. All right. So here's the thing. People with lowered immunity oftentimes have more inflammation in their body, slower recovery from injuries, slower recovery from illnesses and sicknesses, meaning they keep their colds longer. They get more frequent periods of illnesses. They're always feeling run down. They're always feeling sluggish. And sometimes they might even have digestive issues. Well, Oregon State University published a 12-week study, which is pretty good, 12 weeks, designed to measure the effects of taking a multivitamin and mineral supplement, just like the daily activated multivitamin or daily nutritional support, even though ours are stronger. So ours are even more potent. And they wanted to measure the immune system effect, right? So on certain immune indicators in healthy older adults, the population used for the study was 55 to 75 years old. Even though smaller number of people, again, still valid because this is just one of hundreds of studies on vitamins, right? This isn't the only one. If this was the only one, I would say, no, we can't teach this because it's only one. But no, this is one of many. So this is basically just showing people. It analyzed the participants' blood, mineral, and vitamin status, immune function, immune status, and self-reported health status. So here's the thing. The multivitamin group showed improved levels of vitamin C and zinc at the end of the study. The multivitamin group also reported illness symptoms that were less severe and did not continue as long as the placebo group. So the placebo group still got something, right? So they still believed they were taking their daily activated multivitamin and mineral as well. But the thing is this, they weren't. And here's the thing, the studies proved it out. So this is not like a case of the placebo beating the real thing. That did not happen. Let me give you the side-by-side. Okay. In the multivitamin mineral group, vitamin C levels increased. The vitamin D, no significant difference. I'm going to talk about that. Vitamin zinc levels, increased levels. Okay, so increased levels of zinc. And then here's we go. Self-reported health studies. Illness occurrence. Again, placebo and regular. No significant illness in the amount of colds that they got. Remember, we said that a multivitamin is not going to prevent a cold. That's not what it says. But the illness duration decreased by about 70%. That's enormous, right? So if you're looking at a cold that will last 10 days, well, now you're decreasing that by 70%. It's going to last what? I always talk about 3 to 4 days. You can get a cold, just recover in 3 to 4 days, right? And that's the thing, because it takes a little while for your immune cells to even get activated anyways. Okay, illness severity. The multivitamin group subjects experienced very mild symptoms, whereas the placebo experienced mild to severe symptoms. Bottom line is, it works. Take whatever brand you choose to, Equi.Life or other. Choose a good functional medicine, daily nutritional support all-in-one, or daily activated multivitamin with minerals in it. Like, that's it. I mean, it works. Now, why wouldn't vitamin D levels increase? Because remember, vitamin D levels are not at 4,000 IU in a multivitamin, nor should they be. You add your vitamin D and your extra vitamin C or whatever it is to your daily activated multi, which is why I'm always telling people, yes, use the daily foundational protocol, level 2 or level 3 like I do, but then add the immunity protocol on top of that. It's extra vitamin C, it's extra zinc, and it's extra vitamin D. Such a smart idea to use for the winter. That's what I do every single day during the winter. And the New England winter starts early. All right, I know I'm over my time. I want to bring you one more study, plain and simple. Here it is. I'm going to read you the summary right now. Caffeinated drinks are linked to lower baby weight. Every 100 milligrams of caffeine, roughly equal to 1 8-ounce cup of coffee. Now remember, most people drink a cup and a half, that's 12 ounces to 2 cups a day. That a pregnant woman drank daily was associated with an infant losing up to 1 ounce of birth weight. And this study is not a small study. 60,000 pregnancies researched at Norwegian Institute of Public Health in Oslo, published in BMC magazine. I happen to have done my one of my functional medicine internships at a clinic right outside Oslo. So amazing place, by the way. Amazing place as well. Anyway, okay, so here, what do we need to know? If you are pregnant, and maybe even nursing, but definitely pregnant, and I would say nursing as well, if I had to give you my opinion, I would eliminate caffeine, or I would reduce it to green tea, which is going to be less than half the amount of caffeine per cup of coffee. So remember, small Dunkin' Donuts coffee, 140 milligrams and the like. Small Starbucks, 270 milligrams. That's an enormous amount of caffeine, right? Just in a small. So limit your caffeine or eliminate it. If you're looking to get pregnant or nursing, it's going to be better off for you and your baby. Lower birth rate weights, and I also talked about this before, higher likelihood of miscarriage. So, or I should say short-term pregnancies, meaning you may have, it's possible, again, it's still rare, but it is possible that you may deliver your baby early, okay? So I want the best for you. In the end, it's your choice. You decide what's best for you. And again, hopefully this was helpful. All the show links from today, including the research, Melissa Ambrosini's new Audible exclusive, Purposeful, as well as Equi.Life's brand new link and the SafeSleep products. Head on over to stephencabral.com/1715 for all the details. Take care, and I'll talk with you tomorrow on a brand new Cabral House Call.